Your Forma Episode 12 Transformation of the Nightmare catapults viewers into a chaotic, visually gripping chapter that serves as the climactic setup for the series finale in Episode 13. The episode intensifies the reopened nightmare of St. Petersburg case, a decades-old mystery tied to a string of brutal murders. Harold Lucraft, the Amicus android, and Inspector Napolov spearhead a desperate mission to rescue electronic investigator Eki Kahida and Nikolai Abiv, who are captured by the true nightmare. The plot kicks off with the revelation that Abiv, previously suspected as the killer, was a decoy, a red herring swiftly eliminated by the real perpetrator in a chilling ambush. This twist propels Harold into action, his analytical precision strained by his emotional attachment to Ekika and lingering guilt over his former partner, Sozin, whose death is intertwined with the nightmare case. The episode's core revolves around Harold's race against time, navigating a labyrinth of clues while grappling with the limits of his robotic programming. The brain dive sequences, a cornerstone of Your Forma's sci-fi identity, steal the show. Ekika, trapped in a mnemosyne-induced coma, is forced into a brain dive by the nightmare, plunging her into a distorted realm where memories and fabricated nightmares collide. These sequences, rendered as a cyberpunk fever dream, visualize the killer's psyche through fractured imagery, blood-soaked corridors, warped faces, and glitching cityscapes while hinting at the nightmare's motives rooted in past traumas. Harold's parallel efforts to hack into the mnemosyne system to locate Tekika add technical intrigue, showcasing the series' blend of detective work and futuristic tech. The action escalates with Napolov's tactical assault on the Nightmare's hideout, a derelict facility rigged with traps, culminating in a tense standoff that unveils the killer's identity, a figure tied to the original St. Petersburg murders, but whose reveal feels rushed. Harold's emotional arc is a standout, as his fear of losing Ekika exposes cracks in his amicus facade. His memories of Sozin, whose death during a prior brain dive haunts him, fuel his determination, making his stoic demeanor feel achingly human. This depth contrasts with Ekika's frustrating sidelining. Her third kidnapping this season reduces her to a plot device, undermining her role as a skilled investigator and sparking criticism for lazy writing. The narrative's reliance on her peril feels repetitive, especially when her expertise could have driven the investigation alongside Harold. Despite its thrills, Episode 12 stumbles with Your Forma's ongoing flaws. The adaptation's choice to skip the first light novel leaves anime-only viewers adrift, as critical backstory about the nightmare case and character relationships is relegated to brief, expository text crawls. These feel inadequate, making the killer's reveal, while dramatic, lack the emotional weight its erases due to insufficient build-up. The plot spacing, while frenetic, sacrifices clarity, with key details about the mnemosyne technologies, vulnerabilities, or the nightmare's endgame left vague. Thematically, the episode probes Your Forma's central questions: the ethics of memory manipulation, the psychological toll of technological overreach, and the fragile divide between human and artificial consciousness. Harold's struggle to reconcile his programming with his emotions mirrors Ekika's battle with brain diving's mental scars, hinting at a deeper partnership that remains underexplored. Yet these ideas are overshadowed by the episode's focus on plot momentum over philosophical or character depth. Compared to earlier highlights like Episode 7's introspective dive into Sozin's memories, Episode 12 leans heavily on action over nuance, a shift that suits the arc's climax but dilutes the series' earlier thoughtfulness. Transformation of the Nightmare embodies Your Forma's paradox, a show packed with ambitious sci-fi concepts and a compelling detective-android dynamic, yet crippled by narrative gaps, inconsistent execution, and an adaptation that alienates newcomers. It's a thrilling, flawed penultimate chapter that primes viewers for Episode 13's resolution but leaves doubts about whether it can deliver the clarity and emotional payoff the series needs.